having a niche will create client loyalty. Your business can thrive when you deeply understand your person. Your business can thrive when you know their problem and you really know what they desire. And you know that because you had the problem and you had a desire. Hello, I'm Debbie Shadid, the host of the Life Coach Business Building Podcast. If you are ready to have more clients in your life coach business, then you're in the right spot. Each week, I'm going to teach you super simple strategies to grow your business without feeling overwhelmed and without spending money on paid ads. Now, if that sounds interesting, stick around and let's get started. If you have niche drama, this podcast is going to be for you. Let me tell you what, the indecision that you have about your niche is keeping you from growing your business. And I also want to tell you, before we jump in, that there is no perfect niche. You are the one who is going to make your niche perfect. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about niching. Now, what would make the perfect niche? I'll just tell you that the perfect niche for you is one that you know inside and out. It's one that you comfortably can talk about to anyone all the time. It's one that you can generate marketing ideas for. Yeah, like right now, if I said to you, hey, write down 25 things that you could have a social media post or an email about or a workshop about that had to do with your niche. Could you do that? If you can't, you might not be picking the right niche. You have to be able to come up with endless amount of ideas about how you're going to talk about this niche so that you can market your business. You have to be able to create hooks. Now, a hook is something that grabs somebody's attention, and it would be one of those things that you're basically calling them out on. Let's just say, for example, I might say to you, are you basically failing in your coaching business because you're too afraid to put yourself out there? And you're like, oh my gosh, she's right. I am failing in my coaching business because I don't want to put myself out there. So that might be a hook that I would use. And it says that I know what your pain point is. You want to understand your client's pain. And I have been where you are. So I remember what it's like to build a coaching business, to build any kind of business, because I've done it myself. So one other fun little exercise that you can do is you can go to Amazon and you can search by topic for your niche and see what you come up with. And I will tell you, you can get as specific as you want to, and it's unbelievable. So I put in, how do you lose 100 pounds? And it came up with tons of ideas. Same thing with Google. You can go to Google and put, how do you lose 100 pounds? And you could say, how do you lose 25 pounds? How do you lose 40 pounds? All of those could be niches, individual niches. Now we know there are some very successful people who have niches just like that. But you can go to Amazon and look and see, what are the titles of these books where people are talking about losing 100 pounds? Go to Google and look and see, what are the titles of things where people are talking about losing 100 pounds? It's just a good way for you to go do some research. All right, 4 things that I want you to know when it comes to picking your niche. I've already mentioned this. You have to know it inside and out. You have to know it. It has to be your pain point. That's my opinion. If you want to be able to flourish in your business, you need to have experienced whatever it is you're going to coach around. Don't let coaching be your job where you go do research and you say, what is the most profitable coaching niche? That is not going to be the niche that actually will work for you long term because you don't know that niche inside and out. The second key part is that you've got to know that other people have experienced the same thing. So if we go back to like lose 25 pounds, how many people could say they want to lose 25 pounds? Hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands. So you could even take it further than that. If you're a woman who wants to lose 25 pounds, you could take it even further than that and say, if you're a woman who wants to lose 25 pounds, who's been on this diet, this diet, this diet, and this diet, and still is unsuccessful, I can help you. You could even take it further than that and say, if you're a woman who wants to lose 25 pounds and has been unsuccessful, been on all these diets, is perimenopausal, and is this age. So you see how you can continue to niche down. When you do that, you're going to get it to a place where somebody says, oh my gosh, this lady is clearly an expert on that fraction of a niche. So that's how we would know that somebody else has experienced it. And in that example, we know there's tons of people that fit that category. You also have to have a niche that somebody will pay to solve. So how big is the pain problem? And that depends on how you're describing it, but how big is the pain problem? And can they decide independently that they want to fix the problem? In other words, I don't want them going and selling this to their partner. Now, I know I've talked about this on the podcast before. This is really important. Pick a niche that somebody would say, I have the money, I can pay for it, I can decide for myself, I understand clearly what my problem is, and also one that you know how to talk about. That is what will make your niche really an easier niche. So how do you make it perfect? Well, you have to be relatable. You have to be understandable. You have to be empathetic. I mean, I understand what happens for you guys because I know what it's like to have tried everything, to have bought all the various coaching programs, to have bought downloads, to hired coaches that I got no results from. I know what that's like to do all of that and still have questions, which is why I understand the position that you're in. So you want to figure out how and where you're going to market consistently. Remember, the only path to clients is marketing. So you've got to be able to have an idea of where you're going to market. Now, it's true, you might not know how to market, and maybe you don't know exactly where all you're going to market, but you want to know that you're going to need to market consistently. At least you have some ideas. You also have to have a unique solution. I love to help people take all of their interests, all of the things that they have studied, that they have read, that they've been through certifications on, that they've been to workshops on. And I like to help them put those things together in a signature solution for their niche client. So if you are your niche client, chances are you have been studying or learning or on this journey for a long time. So there's actually layers and layers of steps or processes or problem solving that you went through to get to the transformation that you have. So all of that combined is what will make your unique solution. So are you on track? Is that the niche that you have? I hope so. Let's talk about how niching will actually help your business. So niching, number one, helps you stand out. If I use that example again of a lady who wants to lose 25 pounds and all the things that she's tried, now then we have such a clear niche that somebody says, oh yeah, that lady is for me. All right. Another thing that happens when you have a niche like that is you can go to Google and be found, because when somebody is looking for, I'm in my 50s, I want to lose 25 pounds and I've tried every diet and failed. Now we're talking to somebody that Google can say, oh, I know a coach who does that. Like, help Google help you. You also want to know how to show up as an expert to that niche. And again, that's going to be easy to do if you already know, have lived it and experienced it. So when you have a niche, it will also help you from chasing those shiny objects that will always come. I had a client this week in coaching who has a very defined niche, and she's actually very successful at it. And she said she wanted to maybe add some life coaching, maybe just do a life coaching offer. As we got to talking about it, it really was just a shiny object. Oftentimes, we get into our business, and when we're at a challenging stage, and she is expanding, doubling her business, there's some challenges that are coming up, probably ones that she didn't have super clarity on. So coming up with a new idea that sounds a little bit easier and more fun, instead of sticking through it and figuring out how to get what you need in place to double your business, that's the shiny object. Because I know what her niche is and because it is very defined, I was able to say, now listen, what you're thinking about doing has nothing to do with your niche. That is going to basically muddy the water as the clarity that your client has. They're not going to be clear on what you do anymore. And she was like, okay. So again, if you have a very clear niche, then you can stop yourself from getting distracted. You don't need to watch any more trainings. You don't need to watch anything to do with anything but your niche. You don't need to take any extra certifications unless it applies to your niche. Now, having a niche will also create client loyalty. Because if you are the woman, I'll use the example again, the 25 pounds, who is perimenopausal and who's this, and this, now it's like they feel like you get them. They're like, this lady gets me, she knows me, she understands me. That creates trust and loyalty. Your business can thrive when you deeply understand your person. Your business can thrive when you know their problem and you really know what they desire. And you know that because you had the problem and you had a desire. Your business can thrive when you have the skills to solve that problem. That is that unique solution that you would create, your offer, which we can talk about again another time. That would be your unique solution. So you can design a signature offer for their specific needs. Then you can learn how to market to that one person. You can say, where is my one person going to be? Where is this woman who is perimenopausal or in her 50s who wants to lose this much weight? Where is she going to be found in the online world? And you start thinking about the locations that person might be found. That is going to make it so much easier for you to market as you go and you create freebies for building your email list or whatever it is. You are going to think about that one niche client and say, what is it that they are going to need from me to be able to make a good decision about working with me? So that is how you decide on a niche, how you make your niche right for you, the benefits of having a niche. Clearly, you can see having a niche helps you be able to market your business. It helps people to know that you're talking to them, and it makes your business so much easier. I'll just mention a final word on this. When you have a niche that is super clear, your content that you produce, your social media posts, your workshops, your emails, all of that can be repurposed again. And we're all looking to have freedom lifestyles with our own business. And that will happen when you can repurpose your marketing. You repurpose your marketing because you're talking about the same thing to the same set of people. All right, you guys? I hope that helps you. Do not let your niche be the reason why you are not getting your business launched. Just pick a niche and get on with it. Really, honestly, I mean it. I'm asking you, pick a niche, get on with it so you can get your business built. The market is not saturated. Doesn't matter what your niche is. The economy does not affect your coaching. There are people in this world that their income has not changed by 1 penny. That is who you sell. That is your niche client. The woman who her income has not changed or been impacted by the economy. She's 25 pounds overweight. She's failed at all her diets. She's perimenopausal and whatever else we decided. That is your niche client. And when you get clear on that, all of this in your business will come together. All right, my dear, I hope that was helpful to you. I hope to see you very soon in one of my workshops. Make sure that you go to debbieshadid.com/workshop. Listen, we are doing something super exciting in February. I am offering open coaching. If you are wanting to find out what it's like to be in one of my coaching sessions, I want to invite you to come to my open coaching sessions. Now, what you'll need to do is sign up, debbieshadid.com/workshop. Get yourself on my email and watch for the invitations 2 times in February. I'm going to do that. Plus, we've got 2 amazing workshops and all kinds of other things to support you as you grow your coaching business. All right, have an amazing week. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, ladies, that is it for today. Before we go, I want to invite you to head over to debbieshadid.com. I have this incredible Canva training specifically designed for life coaches where I'm going to teach you how to use Canva to create beautiful graphics to market your life coaching business. All right, have an amazing week. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.